recognize.
Okay, so right off the bat, chat, this is supposed to be like Butterface contest, but I mean, come on. Like right off the bat, does this look like someone you would at all want to call ugly?
Okay then, that's
Like even before she takes the bag thing off.
Butterface Stacy.
They do things differently there.
And now, Stacy, take off the bag. Here we go, and let's see the face.
Okay, you could say a lot of things. This is not a Butterface. She's like a Butterface would be someone who's like got a fat looking face, but otherwise looks normal. Her face is totally normal. There's nothing wrong here.
I mean, she's quite attractive. More attractive than her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's totally normal looking.
Stacy, it's got to be hard when the crowd starts.
Oh, dear.
James, you give her the microphone so I can talk to her. Stacy, it's got to be tough when the crowd starts freaking out when you take the bag off your head.
2000s TV was fucking bizarre.
How did you end up here in the Butterface? Did some guy tell you about it?
No, actually, my friend Candace entered me into it.
That really is a shit friend.
Yeah. In no way a deal breaker, also light makeup. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's like makeup plus studio lighting. I think the studio lighting is really, really harsh in that video. And so that's probably also not helping her appearance.
She just told me how to have a perfect body with
a bad lid?
Yeah.
Fascinating to compare 2004 beauty standards to 2025 beauty standards.
Chat. Remember, the one on the right is supposed to be Mary Jane Watson. And for context, chat, this is Mary Jane Watson. Stop reminding me. Well, I'm still angry fractured, so I'm gonna remind people about it until they fix it. But yes, this is your Mary Jane Watson. This is your supermodel. So what exactly? I'm gonna try to forget. Yeah, well, I wish we could forget everything that came out after 2007.
Standards. Those standards really have slipped. This video also just...
Oh, this one's fun. That was funny. That is true, though. The one clip on America's Next Supermodel, how does it feel to be the only plus-size model here and the girl is 100% normal? Jeez. Yeah, back then they were brutal. And I mean, you know, they don't... That wasn't exactly the best either, but we've kind of done a complete horseshoe, complete U-turn. Now we're on the other side, and in some, I think it might actually be worse. The TV beauty standards have changed. Yeah, unfortunately, and not for the better. We're devolving into idiocracy at an alarming rate. Oh, we're there, Snap. We are there. I mean, even just if you look at the, if you remember the beginning of Idiocracy, they're talking about how the stupid people were having like 10 kids, and then the intelligent people were not having kids because they were trying to wait until they were in a good place and all that. And that's what we're seeing. You know, intelligent people are having a harder time getting married, having kids, being in a good place, whereas the dumb people, you know, they just have a bunch of kids, get on welfare, all of that. Make the sequel Mediocrity. Oh, yeah. Mediocrity. And mediocrity is a big part of Idiocracy, I think. They remember a lot of them tried to tear down the intelligent people.
Those standards really have slipped. This video also just went viral.
Okay, I'm Riley. I'm 24. I'm from Houston, Texas. And honestly, I'm down for any good adventure. I just got scuba dive certified, and I'm planning to go to Australia this summer, so I'm super excited about that.
Travel girl, red flag.
And then I just picked up skiing like 2 years ago, and I honestly love any themed party. Like, those are like my favorite things to go to, my favorite things to plan.
Exhausting, high maintenance cringe.
Okay, so yeah, this girl, Instead of hillbilly rednecks, it's all stunning and brave doctors and engineers from faraway lands. Well, yes, Snap, but it's also, shall we say, yeah, but it's also, shall we say, people of a certain ethnic persuasion who are, as you say, stunning and brave doctors and engineers, but they're not from faraway lands. They're from right here. And they have, I think, the worst, something like the worst rate of fatherhood, or I should say fathers in the home. They have very high fatherlessness rates, I'll put it that way. They have a lot of kids from a lot of different dads, and then they get on welfare. And so our hard work, our tax dollar is stolen from us and handed off to them. But yeah, this girl, like I'm not gonna be like super mean because, you know, maybe she's a nice person, but she's not very attractive. She's just not that good looking. The way she talks is also kind of off-putting. And yeah, all the stuff about traveling and such, and you know, clearly this is some kind of dating show. Yeah, she sounds like a lot of work. Like all that traveling and all those activities. I would much rather just sit at home and play video games. Because traveling is just a lot of work. And you'd probably have to pay for it too, so there's that.
Like 2 years ago, and my adventure buddy, and it's someone that I can favorite things to go to, my favorite things to plan.
Exhausting, Jaime.
Fracture 543. Or, sorry, Neo is asking what is that 543 at the end of the video length. So that is, I believe, I have an extension called Sponsor Block that just kind of skips over like sponsor segments and stuff like that. I think the 543 is showing how much of the video there is if you don't count the stuff that's going to get skipped. She looks like she has that I need to find myself mentality. Yeah, exactly. I need to find myself, and I want you to pay for it.
High maintenance cringe.
And I'm looking for someone that wants to be my adventure buddy, and it's someone that I can trust in and is going to be there for me.
Aww.
Any takers, fellas?
Any gentleman would like to get to know Riley more, please step forward.
And it's a big fat zero.
Well, these guys clearly have a little self-respect. Or maybe they were just really put off by all that.
They're nervous.
Also, adventure buddy isn't exactly a good way to put things. Let's check that out. Yeah, it's handy. It's good. Combining sponsor block and ad blockers makes YouTube so much more watchable. But I do try and, like, at least when I'm just watching YouTube on my own, I do try and at least, like, you know, check the description and just see whatever the sponsor is. 99% of the time it's something that's totally irrelevant to me anyway, but, you know. Yeah, it's because Gen Z dudes are red-pilled from our generation's failure to be a man. Yeah, well, I think kind of, but I think they're more red-pilled from all the divorce statistics, and also just how I'm trying to find a YouTube-friendly word for this. Just how inflated the women's expectations are when the women are not so great. You know, you have to be like 10 times better than your grandfather to get women like this who could not hold a candle to your grandmother. I mean, for example, like my grandparents, one side of my grandparents specifically I'm talking about, they were together for 60, 70 years until they passed away. And they were always very close. You know, they cared a lot about each other. My grandpa and grandma were practically inseparable. And then when my grandpa finally passed away, my grandma was so, like, heartbroken. I remember she said, she said things like, my bed, you know, I'm all alone now and stuff like that. And then she basically passed away a month later because she was so, at least I think partly because she was so, like, you know, so heartbroken over his passing. And they were in their 90s when they passed. You know, I was lucky to have them. But yeah, and you know, my grandpa, I think my grandpa was a teacher. Like, I think he was already retired by the time I was born. But yeah, so like he didn't make a lot of money. He wasn't very tall. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't anything close to what you have to be today. And my grandma, I mean, obviously she was old, so can't really say much about all of that. But you know, she was just a very good person. You know, and I mean, I would say similar for my parents. You know, my dad does well, but he's not like, you know, some 6-foot type guy. He's not, you know, we never owned like a 4-story mansion or anything like that. But yeah, he does make good money, but that's about it. My mom, you know, she's a pretty good mom. She loves my dad. She's a stay-at-home mom. They've been together for 30, 40 years. So long, I have no idea how long. So long, I can never remember how long they've been together. But yeah, so that's just how it used to be. But now, it's yeah, exactly. As Snap said, you got to be over 6 feet, make over 150K, abs on a 4-story mansion. Yep. Yeah, Jerry's zeroing in on the number. You got to be 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6 inches. Yeah, so it's basically 4 6s. You got to have the 6 feet, you got to have the 6 inches, you got to have the 6-pack abs, and you got to have the 6-figure salary. Sorry to hear, but it sounds like family was wholesome. Well, thank you, Snap. Yeah, they passed away about 2 years ago. It was rough, especially rough on my mom, because it was her parents who passed away. But yeah, it was yeah, my family's very like you know, family first. So even when they passed away, you know, you hear all those stories about like people fighting over inheritances, and none of us really cared about that when they passed away. It was really like, we really just missed them. Yeah, like inheritance meant nothing. So it's like 0.05% of the populace. Yeah, when you consider all the factors that women want, the population that they're looking for is incredibly small. And then add in like all the other things that they want. So yeah, your grandparents were very similar. Yeah, that's grandparents were, in a lot of ways, they at least when it comes to like social things were a lot better in their time. I think a lot of people don't realize just how much harder it is to be a single person nowadays.
Come on, guys. Anyone, come on.
Justice for Riley. I think, yeah, the girl's name is Riley. I think justice for Riley is a bit much. It's just like, these guys are just not interested. I mean, what are you going to do?
Hey Riley, we're gonna have you sit down, but thank you for introducing yourself.
Bit awkward, but on X, a deluge of delusional women and male feminists reacted by slamming the men for not being interested. She was way too cool for any of these guys. Men deserve to be lonely. Look at this piece of shit. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Male loneliness is the most self-inflicted epidemic ever. She doesn't dress like a hoe and is fairly pretty.
I will agree she doesn't dress like a hoe. That's true. Fairly pretty? No. She's... If I had to put a number on it, I'd put her like a 4. I don't know. Tell me if you think she's at least visually attractive, Chad. I don't think she is. I'm not attacking her, but I just don't think she's all that good looking.
Fairly pretty. That's not true though, is it? An attractive woman who can scuba dive, ski, travel, so is fit and adventurous, and likes themed...
Yeah, Paul Watson is very, very brutal.
Parties is clearly a lot of fun, doesn't get a single taker. Gee, I wonder why. In just 20 years, we went from this being ugly to this being attractive.
I'm Riley. I'm 24. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hoflation truly is real. Yours today. Others.
Oh, there you go. He had a term for it. Hoflation. That's a good term. she's okay, but she doesn't know what men value in a woman, which is trust and being a good mother. Yeah, yeah, trust being a good mother. It's as I always bring this one up. Men are easy. Just be nice to them. It's really, really this. Men are easy, just be nice to them. Many women fail this simple task. And I would add on, you know, ideally be a little bit pretty, you know. So, but yeah, if you're even moderately attractive and you're just nice to a guy, that's all it really takes. And maybe she is nice, but she clearly did not sell herself properly. Like, she was just talking about, like, going traveling and stuff like that. Hey, Slosh, good to see you, man. What up, dudes? You talking about the Mormon chick? Yeah, I think she is. Yeah, I think this is that Mormon dating thing. Oh, also.
Welcome, valued customer!
Oh, that response. Yeah. Oh, the hoflation is real bit.
Being attractive.
I'm Riley. I'm 24. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Hoflation truly is real. Yours today. Others pointed out that there's a curtain between them so the men can't even see her, but still aside.
Well, okay, so Jerry, yeah, here's the thing. Do you really think you're gonna get to touch her? She just wants you to pay for her travel. That's most likely what's going on. She wants you to pay for it, and then she wants to be going around partying. She talked about how she loves where was it? She talked about how much she loves, like, oh, here we go. Yeah.
Up skiing like 2 years ago, and I honestly love any themed party. Like, those are like my favorite things to go to, my favorite things to.
She's a party girl. It's not good. It's not good. Not a good sign, Jerry. Yeah. Well, Mr. Goblin, that's still gonna be a while. Yeah, it's still gonna be a while. Sorry. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. So it's that. You're glad people are getting full context of this clip. Yeah. So there was a sheet between them. So even when the girls talked, the guys could not see any of, like, they couldn't see what the girl looked like. They could only hear what she was talking about. So that only makes it worse on the people who were complaining about it. She'll sleep around behind your back anyway. Yeah, possibly. And I'm not saying, I don't want to accuse, I don't know anything about this girl, so I don't want to accuse her of being like that necessarily, but I mean, just when you look at the stats, it tends to turn out that way. Hey, goodbye. Well, sorry the stream wasn't for you, Mr. Goblin. You're always welcome to come back in an hour or two when we get into it.
Here, but still, aside from the distinctly unfeminine activity girl spiel, adventure buddy equals pay for her travel expenses. It's the...
Yep. Okay, I think that's basically what I just said. Yeah, Yellow Flash pretty much nailed it. Pay for her travel expenses.
Buddy equals pay for her travel expenses. It's the voice, isn't it? You can just tell from the voice.
I honestly love any themed party. Like,
in 2025, no woman should have to seek validation from men. It's literally a dating show. A Mormon dating show. Presumably they're looking for a wife, not a travel buddy. No!
Just means their silence to her explaining her interest wasn't solely reliant on her looks. Yeah, exactly. So they were actually going off of what they perceived from her personality. And maybe her voice. Her voice is also a little off-putting. Which, not much you can do about that. But she kind of, like, I don't know what it would be. Lisp or kind of slurs her S's. You can hear it when she pronounces S's. That just kind of bothers me a little bit. But
oh, how dare they not be attracted to her? How dare they have preferences? I hate men so fucking much. Dude gets frustrated over being constantly rejected by women. He's a pathetic loser incel. Extremely mid woman gets rejected once. All men are misogynistic pigs. Women having standards. Yes, queen, know your worth and never settle. You got this. Men having standards. You deserve male loneliness. You're an incel and I hope you die lonely. Women...
that meme is, like, 100% true. Because if this were flipped around, that is exactly the reaction it would be up top. Jerry, now you think about it, she'd probably lock you out of the room and so 3 black guys. Does give that kind of yeah. You know, a lot of times it's the ones that don't look like it. And besides, she's a ginger, and you know what happens when you scramble the letters in ginger. I know Hollywood sure does. Let's see if there's see if I can find the meme here. Here we go. Open image new tab. You can see all the gingers here. You can see what Hollywood's done to them. Once again, fractured. We have our beloved Mary Jane Watson right here. Let's see right there. Our beloved Mary Jane Watson right here. Ginger-sided. Stop ginger hating. I want to hear. Hey, fractured. I like redheads. Don't get me wrong. I like redheads. I always like Mary Jane Watson here. Gingers have no soul. Yeah. That old meme. Yep. Your favorite joke to tell about the live-action Little Mermaid. Yeah. Also, fun fact, since we were talking about Metal Gear earlier, it recently came out. I think I brought this up last week, too. It recently came out that... Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is. Here's the Little Mermaid right at the bottom there. Here you go. You went from this cute redhead to that. And I mean, Ariel is popular for a reason, you know. She's a cute, wet redhead who can't talk. Perfect woman. Yeah, we got Starfire. We got yeah, they did it to Jim Gordon. We got Daphne. We got Jimmy Olsen. I know this list is a bit old. Who else are we looking at? Oh yeah, you got Triss from The Witcher. You got Batgirl. Oh, April O'Neil from the Ninja Turtles. Miss Martian. So yeah, complete disaster. But yeah, so with the Little Mermaid, since we were talking about Metal Gear, I'll remind you guys again. It recently came out that the voice actress for the Little Mermaid in the original movie, Jodie Benson, I think, she was the voice of Eva in Metal Gear Solid 3. Because that was always a mystery that people were wondering about. Let me pull this up here. Metal Gear Solid 3. So, let's use IGN here. Yep, so Konami revealed the voice actress behind Eva in Metal Gear Solid 3, and it is in fact Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And the context for this is basically Jodie Benson, because she was like more of a family-friendly actress at the time, because she voiced Barbie in Toy Story apparently, Thumbelina from Thumbelina, blah blah blah. So because she was doing like a lot of children's stuff, she was advised to use a pseudonym for Metal Gear Solid. So she used that weird pseudonym here. But now she's finally come out and said, yeah, it was me. So, yeah, there you go. Ariel from The Little Mermaid is Eva in Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. Eva's what a masculine hot woman should be, not some bald nose ring skank with thicker arm pushes than my beard. Yeah, I'm right there with you. You know, it's stuff like that is what a strong woman, quote unquote, should be. You know, like personally, if you want to do strong woman, personally, I say, femme fatale type characters that can also still be a bit of a damsel in distress. Just look at like Black Cat from Spider-Man, or Catwoman has often been this in Batman. Or, recently I've been playing Tales of Arise, the girl in that game, Shion, the main girl with the pink hair. Really hot, like perfectly crafted waifu character. She is both a femme fatale and the damsel in distress that you rescue at the end of the game. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Don't write him like a man. Yep. Yeah. And, as Snap said, this is a certified look what they took from us moment. Yeah, absolutely. They took this from you. They took these beautiful redheads from you. Well, most of them. Slosh, haven't been with a redhead yet, but you're not opposed to him. You like him either strawberry blonde or burgundy. Look, I haven't been with any color yet. I'm not that picky, but I certainly do like the right kind of redhead. And yes, I would absolutely take a Mary Jane Watson from the comics. Write him like a strong woman, emphasis on woman. Yeah, exactly. You know, I think of strong women. I think of like my grandma. You know, raised a bunch of kids. Great lady. Or you know what? I'll think of my mom too. Sure, that's good. Another example. Yeah. Yeah, because women and men are different, so they're better at different things, right?
An incel, and I hope you die lonely. Women reasonably lower their dating standards to match with a comparatively attractive male partner challenge. Impossible. A professional matchmaker says women are telling her they're meeting handsome, charming, successful men who pay the bill, and they're still not interested. Alright.
Sounds like your mom too, Slush. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I think you mentioned your mom passed away, so again, sorry for your loss, Slush. But yeah. Yeah, that really is what strong women characters tend to be. They're like, you know, more motherly, whereas strong men, you think it was more fatherly. You know, like my dad. Yep. Different strengths for the character. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, like if let's see, as he said, not sure if you're talking to me or Snap, but yeah. Yeah, man, you're always welcome to hang out and chat about anything you're going through in chat. You guys are always welcome here. Yeah, we're this is a very friendly chat. You guys are all good people. Yeah, I don't know if I have a clip for that. No, I don't have a clip for that. I'll just use this.
I'm retarded?
I thought I would have a clip for it, but I don't. So, yes. Turns out I'm retarded. Anyway.
Her they're meeting handsome, charming, successful men who pay the bill, and they're still not interested. Alright.
So, yeah, if these guys who it sounds like, I assume, based on that description, they're, you know, charming, handsome, successful, blah, blah, blah. These guys, I assume, hit all the sixes, and they're still not interested in them, then, you know, what chance do the rest of us normal guys have? What chance do us normal men have? Rather keep things to fester internally into an old-fashioned mental illness. Well, I think we're all already there, Fractured. I think a lot of us are already there. Yeah. You like that clip? You know what? I'm going to play my favorite one here.
Can't believe I shaved my dick for this.
That's probably what you guys are thinking when you pop into these streams. From your experience, these women are basically money pits with no ROI. Yep, they behave like this. If they're going to behave like this, then they need to return on your investment immediately. You know, it's different if there's a girl who, like, in my opinion, I think it's different if there's a girl who's going to, like, be nice to you, treat you with kindness. Then, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. Then, you know, you take it. It makes sense to be, you know, a little slower and be good to her. Fractured ROI stands for return on investment. So basically, you know, whatever you get paid when you invest in something, whatever you get paid back out. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. So yeah, it's just the idea that, you know, you put say money in and then you get money back out. So that's what they're talking about. So whatever you're paid back. Yeah. So, but yeah. So what I was saying is, yeah, with women like that, yeah, you want your return immediately, because they're not going to be good marriage material anyway. But you know, if there's a girl who's like kind to you, treats you well, then it makes sense. You know, take it slow and, you know, be good to her, because she's a good person. So, yeah. Yeah. Kids is the return, but good luck with that one nowadays, girls. Yeah, that's another part of it. You know, you get all these girls who are screaming about, oh, I love abortion, I love killing babies. I love killing babies. That's their main thing, and they don't want you to begin with, but even if they did accidentally have kids with one of these chads, they're just like, I'd rather kill the baby. That's what they want to do. Meanwhile, you know, a lot of us guys are like, we actually want to become dads. But yeah, nobody wants to be a parent anymore. Everyone thinks it's just a burden. Dave's always right. Yeah, Landau's hilarious. I love a lot of the skits that they do on Landau's show Normal World. Yeah, return on investment, exactly. It just connected, your brain was slow. Yeah. Time and energy can be used as well in ROI. Yeah, that's true. It just means return of any kind of value. Yep. 20 years ago, it was simpler. Politics didn't muddy the waters. 10 years ago, it never complicated things. Yeah, it's become a much bigger issue. And the worst part of it is, I think, it's especially bad if you're in, like, a big city. But the big city is basically where everyone is. So you kind of have to be there, but at the same time, you aren't going to meet very many people of quality. Yeah, they like you like them, you had mutual interest, that was it. Yep. Everything has a moral code attached to it now, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, yours ended up being low-key crazy. Glad you dodged the bullet. You know, can someone send me a bullet? I'd like a bullet. You know, I'd like a bullet to try to dodge. I will take a bullet for a little bit. I just want to know what it's like. You know, someone send me a nice Harley Quinn. Send me a nice Harley Quinn type. Just so I know what to avoid. You know. That's why I ended things with your ex and went the hookers cocaine route. Yeah. I wish I could go that route, but yeah, I live in America, so you can't do that. That is illegal here, sadly. Way cheaper until you get the bag, which is the prerequisite for dating. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, if she's nice, I am more than willing to wait for, quote-unquote, the bag. But, you know, most women just aren't like that to begin with. Let's see. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, the hookers cocaine route. I mean, cocaine's illegal most places, but yeah, the hookers, sadly, that is illegal everywhere except, I think, Nevada in America. And even in Nevada, it's still illegal in Las Vegas. I think it's only legal in, like, places with a lower population. It's weird. It is very weird. I say just legalize everything. I don't like, you know, I'm a libertarian, basically, so. With you there, wouldn't mind dodging bullet either. Yeah, everyone, I think we should know what the bullet is like. Maybe a first date is good, but it's not worth it in the long run. Yeah, but, you know, I don't have experience either way, so, you know, I'd like to make some mistakes for myself. I think it would be fun.
Alright, I might have to take my own advice, because right now I am so frustrated, by the fact that, like, I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him.
Women are...
Yeah, because that, yeah. So she's basically like, oh, I found the perfect guy. And then she still doesn't like him. Like, what the heck? What are you supposed to do? Yeah, it's at least decriminalized most of Europe. quite legal in Amsterdam, which I visit like thrice a year. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, just traveling to Europe is expensive, so there's that. But yeah, I would. Yeah, it would be interesting to visit like Amsterdam or something at some point. But you know, I'm not really much for travel to begin with, so it's just a lot of work. When are you playing it? Psychonauts? Might be in like an hour.
Women are demanding men wear suits by a specific tailor and that their ears have to be a certain size, while men are viciously demonized for wanting to date someone whose ears have to be a...
So he missed one that was really he missed one that was weirder than the others. Like, yeah, suits by a specific tailor. That's, I mean, that's dumb, but I suppose that's not something unexpected. Their ears have to be a certain size. Okay, I guess. Like, that's oddly specific. But he didn't even read this one. They want someone spiritually vegan, not a vegetarian. Chat, what does spiritually vegan mean? What does that even mean? Are they just, like, making up crap now? Because it seems like they're just making up crap now. No, you found the most attractive guy who was dumb enough to sleep with you on the first day. No. He wasn't dumb enough to sleep with her on the first... She was dumb enough to sleep with him on the first date. And she probably did it with a lot of guys, let's be real. Solution, just be stoic. Women are like cats, you make them claw at you without giving back attention. Kinda. I think that works if, like... I think that works if maybe you know them. But, like, I've always been very stoic. You know, I'm not someone who really, at least in real life, reacts to things very much. And it never got me anywhere. They pretty much just ignored me. So I think there's probably more to it. Or unless you're saying do that once you're already like on the date and whatnot. I guess that might make a little more sense. You think it means a PETA member, Jerry? Oh god. PETA, they're such a mess. I think they end up killing half the animals they take in. You dare women to make less sense? Oh, Fractured. They will win that. They will win that dare. They will win that dare every single time. Spiritually vegan, being crazy and making no sense. Yep. Ears a certain size means age specifically. Some age, as the nose and ears just grow with age, never stops. So, Jerry, are you saying that when I'm 70, I'm gonna look like I'm Jewish? I don't react to things much while on a React stream. Okay, fair enough, Neil. Fair enough. But I'm just talking like, you know, in real life. If someone just like says something or whatever, I barely react. Yeah, actually, that's part of why I started doing the VTuber thing, is to kind of like force myself to be a little bit more conversational and to talk a little more, because like a lot of people that know me in real life, they'll tell you I just don't talk that much. I'm just not much of a talker. I can't put all the blame on her. If you ever find yourself in that position, you'll definitely appreciate how hard it is to find temptation. Look, I want to be temptationed, okay? I want some temptation. Someone temptation me. Okay, I'm a little I'm a little lacking in the temptation part. You know, give me some tests. Give me some tests to tempt me. Okay, I want to be tested, and not in the autism way. Forgot to mention that after the next steps happen. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yep. PETA and Greenpeace are both so counterproductive. So amounts to terrorism. Yeah, you're probably right. Although every time someone says terrorism, I just think of the IRS. Because, in my opinion, the IRS is the largest state-sponsored terror organization in the world. Let's eat these burgers, but feel guilty about it afterwards. I love that. I love that. Yeah, exactly. Juice, man. Yeah. I hope it's I hope it's from concentrate. Just make sure it's someone you're okay with waking up to the next morning. Yeah. I mean, you know, my standards are pretty low, so
be a certain size, while men are viciously demonized for wanting to date someone who's
Called the Uber the night before just to be preemptive. I mean, I don't drink, so I would probably just be driving myself anyway.
somewhat on their level in the looks department. Female relationship requirements in a man.
Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends.
And size, while men are viciously demonized for wanting to date someone who's somewhat on their level in the looks department.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically right. You're not allowed to say, okay, I don't think this girl's attractive. Because, yeah, you say that, you say, I'm not interested in this person because she's not very attractive to me. It's like, oh, what's wrong with you? Actually, you know what? My mom tried to get me to talk to some girl that I just did not find attractive whatsoever. And she tried to sell me on her by saying, oh, but she's a doctor. Think about how much money you would have. And I'm like, that really doesn't matter to me. Especially because, you know, women are always like, they expect you to make more than them anyway. So it's like, I don't think that really makes sense. Like, I would happily date a McDonald's cashier. You know what? I would happily date a girl who is jobless, lives in her parents' basement, and spends all her time playing video games. That sounds like I think I just described the perfect woman, chat. I think I just described my perfect woman. Has no job, lives in her parents' basement, spends all her time playing video games. Perfect woman. I would take that over a doctor. I would take that over a doctor. Hey, Fallen Angel! Glad you made it, man. YouTube doesn't notify you of anything. Yeah, YouTube notifications suck. Yeah, I don't know. Neo, I don't know if you wanna mention anything related to that. But there may be some good stuff coming. Oh, let me play this really quick.
The more the magicer.
We're made to be providers of a family, so career-oriented women or whatever. Anyways, yeah, yep, exactly, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, career-oriented women. Basically, yeah. Basically, we want women who are women. We don't want women who are like dudes, because we're dudes. And you know, I'm not gay. I don't think most of us are gay, so. Although, you know, I think in some ways the gays have it easier. There was, there's a great bit from Community, if you know the show Community, and I doubt it's ever been clipped, so I'm not even going to bother searching for it. But there's a hilarious bit where the board members for the community college, one of them goes, it's genius. Take the women out of sex. And it just had me cracking up, but it's like, in a sense, that's really true. But yeah, that bit just always cracks me up. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Neo is saying, so Neo and I may have a solution to YouTube's terrible notifications very soon. Well, maybe not very, very soon, but, you know, in the near future. Fractured, you're asking questions, but I don't know what your question is, so now I have to ask you what you're asking. That theoretical girl does sound pretty good. Yeah, the girl with no job, no nothing, just living in her basement. Yeah, perfect girl. Don't forget to ring that bell. It works. Yeah, it does work. It does help. But YouTube is still pretty bad about notifications. Like I know a lot of other people will say, I want, you know, notify me for everything. And YouTube still doesn't notify you. And then there are other things like a lot of channels, they have, they post more than 3 things a day. So like Smash JT is one example I follow. He posts like a lot of stream clips and then he streams at night. So a lot of times what'll happen is if he posts 3 videos or stream clips and then he streams at night, you would not get the notification for that stream at night. It's not as much that we're made to be providers, it's just that it falls into place so much easier compared to a woman providing the man staying home. Either way, I blame women. Well, I agree with the last thing you say for sure. And I don't know necessarily. It's not that we're made to be providers. yes and no. I think it's a little easier for men to be providers. Like in my ideal situation, mom and dad would both stay home. You know, nobody would be going to some office they don't care about, working for some person they don't care about. You know, you'd be staying home, you'd be staying with your kids, because that is a thing, you know, to me, that is something that would be very important to me, is if I have kids, I want to be able to spend as much time with them as possible. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. But yes, either way, I blame women. Yes, that's a big part of it. But it's not, it goes above that, because the whole women in the workplace thing, that was pushed by, I think I brought this up during the Shoe on Head React way back. So if you go back and watch the Shoe on Head React clip on my channel, you'll see me go into more depth on this. But basically, the globalists pushed women into the workplace to drive down wages, and that is why it is so much harder for just the guy to work and have stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home wife. It's because women were pushed into the workplace, and so now wages are so low that both people basically have to work. Newsletter, let's go. It'll be a little better than the newsletter. Yeah, it's something a lot cooler than the newsletter. Here's a question. Is it better?
Female relationship requirements in a man?
Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2
Well, I'm already out.
boyfriends were 6'3". Number 2, you can't have a gut.
Once again, I'm out. Were we reacting to something? Yeah, reacting. Burgers. Know that? I never need to apologize for that, Fallen Angel. I love going off on tangents. It's way more fun than just like watching something and not, like having no fun with chat. It's way more fun when you guys are into it.
I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. Number 3.
Yeah, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not risking all that. I got adjustable dumbbells and I work out at home.
He cannot have a salary cap. He needs to have multiple streams of income. I need you in a career that is going to make us money.
Okay, this girl is very attractive, but good God, does she sound like a lot of work. We did that last night too. Heck yeah. Tangents are fun. They totally are. I love tangents. Who's Jim? Why do I gotta be at his place? Yeah, well, you gotta go to Jim's place while she's spending time, quote unquote, with Tyrone. Gyms are treated like social clubs anymore. Well, so this is the thing. I think you probably could treat a gym like a social club if you're only talking to other guys, but I would be terrified at the idea of trying to talk to any woman in a gym. Just because of all the, the TikTok nonsense that they're always doing. They're always filming you, always trying to get you in trouble. She's a 6, the vocal fry is a turnoff. Well, so she's probably wearing a lot of makeup. There's probably a fair amount of filtering going on here. But chat, I like crazy.
I like expensive things. I like expensive vacation. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying us. That is going to make us money. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacation. Number 4, whenever we travel.
But that's the thing. She just sounds like a lot of work. It's like you got to be going to the gym. You have to have multiple jobs, apparently. Like, what kind of requirement is that?
Well, he's got to be flying his business. And number 5, he's got to have.
Whenever we travel. Look, I don't even like traveling. Now you want me to pay for a bunch of extra stuff?
A really nice watch.
Male relationship.
A really nice watch? I mean, I have like I have a smartwatch. I can change the I can change what it looks like. But it's like she wants all that, but like what does she provide exactly? Crazy chicks are trouble, but man, they're great in bed. Yeah, so I've heard. I'd like to find out for myself. The way she says money makes it seem she has never paid any. Well, probably not. I mean, she probably just expects guys to pay for all her stuff. I like expensive things. All right, off of it. Yeah. I like reliable things more than expensive things. I like things that are reliable and are productive, things that actually do something, accomplish things, useful, you know?
Relationship requirements in a woman. Literally anyone who's just vaguely pleasant looking and nice. Oh, but apparently...
Yeah, you summed it up pretty well. Just be vaguely pleasant looking and nice. That's really it. Once again. Once again. This 4chan screenshot is never wrong. Can you make me laugh, inspire me, encourage me? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, can you, like, literally just, can you be nice to me? You know? If you really want to go with a BPD girl, hit me up in DMs. You need several things, not get your car keyed, like a disposable phone and phone number. Okay, Fallen Angel. Wait, don't you live in, like, Chile or something like that? But yeah, I would, what's the line? Oh, where is it? I'm gonna look up the song. P. Scott Pilgrim. Here we go.
Conceited with no self-esteem. She's a teenage dream if you hate yourself.
15 seconds and this song sums it up perfectly. So yes, I would absolutely hate it. Or I would absolutely take it. Based 5 means it's really much more than an insufferable 10. Yeah, it can. But I mean, even the 5s want you to be a 10 at this point. So it's very hard to get much of anything. Negative XP. Yeah, I was surprised. I just found this song like a few months ago, and I was like, oh god, this is so good. At the end of the day, the 10 is usually just a gassed up 5 anyway. Yeah. Well, they all think they're 10s. Yes, yeah, I thought you lived in Chile. BPD women are the same all over Earth. Well, can't argue with you there. Although, you know, the more... Every time I've actually looked into what a borderline personality disorder is, the definitions all just make me think, this isn't describing a mental illness, it's just describing a woman. Like, BPD just sounds like women's natural state. I know a few humble ones. Well, you're lucky, Slosh. The only humble ones I know are ones I'm already related to. Yep. Best ones are always taken. Best ones are always taken early.
Apparently, it's men who need to lower their standards, even though men are already lowering their standards. Good luck, fellas.
My standards are in the toilet, chat.
Are you?
No!
Are you
I'm still at PPP talk for me.
No!
Are you joking me?
Yeah, too. Yeah. Well, so my sister, yeah, my sister is one of the very, like, you know, sweet, humble girls out there. She, as soon as she was interested in dating, like, she found a guy and he's a really good guy too. She was taken like that, you know. So, yeah. As soon as you get, whenever there are decent girls out there, they're snapped up quickly. And I'm saying that just because I know, because my sister was snapped up like immediately. The old Kentucky try. I always thought it was Alabama. Oh no! Oh, you want that clip? You want that clip, Fractured?
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Yeah, 10s you've been with the exception of one, are not 100% there because everyone says yes to them. They have an exact view of the world because they haven't experienced the world like it really is. Yeah, there is something similar with, like, you know, those 10 out of 10 guys as well, to some degree. A lot of them, at least like the, you know, if they're like trust fund kids or whatever. There's like a pretty privilege, so to speak, that is, you kind of end up in a bubble because everybody is just nice to you. Because, you know, everybody's just nice to you because you're attractive and, you know, they're interested in you for your attractiveness. There's an episode of 30 Rock with John Hamm in it, where Liz Lemon, she's dating John Hamm's character. And John Hamm is like a doctor, and it turns out that he's been in a bubble. Yeah, he's basically been in a bubble his whole life, so he actually has no idea what he's doing. He's a terrible doctor. He's awful at everything, but because he's so handsome, everyone's just like handing everything to him. And that's kind of what you're talking about here, is people are just nice to them. But the thing is, with these women, eventually they tend to, quote-unquote, hit the wall, and then when they're not attractive anymore, that's when they realized, okay, I wasted all my time being attractive, you know, sleeping around and doing all sorts of nonsense. So, it's just unfortunate all around. Everyone ends up suffering unless they manage to get married early. You think you meant the Michael Scott, Dear God, no? Oh, okay. I don't know, does that get copyright struck? But I think I already got enough no's, because I got like the Count Dankula no, and then I got the PPP no. No, I don't know what I was meaning. They usually land a guy pretty quick, yeah, then they wind up with a kid, and Lord knows you don't want to end up raising the last guy's kid for him. Yeah, that can happen. Like, in my sister's case, I think that's very, very unlikely. Like, I know her fiance, he's a very good guy, so. Yeah, actually 8 to 10s with a good personality get snatched quick. Yep, they do, exactly. Secondhand dad BS, yeah. Yeah, and then you always got to feel bad for the guy who's raising someone else's kid. Would you chat? Would you? Because I wouldn't. What was that description? I am not a I'm not a fucking unicorn. Stressed night shift. Registered nurse. ADHD and not medicated. And she's very blubbery. What is this?
Mid women on Tinder.
This is the 5th time.
Mid.
I just want to see the last one. I'm at a loss for words here. Like, they're clearly trying to be funny, but like, what?
No, what the heck? I'll laugh anyway.
Not on my most desperate. Yeah, exactly. Like, my standards are low, but I still got standards, you know? My disdain for obese people cannot be overstated. Look, like, obviously I'm not going to be interested in a girl who's obese, but, you know, if they're at least trying to get in shape, yeah, I'm not going to be too mad at them. Not medicated, what a waste. I'd take the Adderall. The not medicated got me. That's a dude, right? This one? I honestly have no idea. I honestly have no idea what this is. Wow, imagine my shock. Is that a conehead? Jeez. Logan is a dude's name. I actually knew at least one Logan when I was in elementary school. Who was a girl. Women can't meme. Yep. Well, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, that is incredibly true. I mean, it's the same thing, the same idea, right? That generally women aren't funny. Shemale Musk. It's more like a blubbery Shemale Musk. What the hell is this profile? Yeah, this is clearly some kind of weird joke, but I know it's great.
Mid women on Tinder.
This is the 5th time. The 5th time.
I know it's a little small, chat, but do you notice something? Do you notice a little something on her face? A little red flag marker right there, right in the center, off to the side of the middle of her face. She has a nose ring.
That I've told a guy on a dating app, hey, I really like you, like I have a good feeling about you, let's go out, let's do this.
Oh, hey, Sergey. Glad you're back. Damn nose ring, yep. Be a guy to make a complaint. Yeah, well, this is one of the ones on the side of her nose. This isn't like the one in the middle that makes her look like a cow.
And they unmatch me.
Mid men on Tinder. 10,000 right swipes to get.
All I can see is the forehead wrinkles. Sound nervous as a red flag. Well, I have a lot of forehead wrinkles. Fallen angel. I like to think they make me look dignified.
Mid men on Tinder. 10,000 right swipes.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Over 10,000 right swipes. This guy got 13 matches. That's 13 more matches than I've ever gotten. 6 chats and 0 dates.
To get just 13 matches and 0 dates. Not to worry, guys. I've heard Travel Girl's still available.
Okay, I'm Riley.
So that was something. We got a couple for men. Wrinkles make you look more wise, I think. Yeah, exactly. Because for men, like, looking a bit older is, in a lot of ways, a good thing. But for women, you don't want to look older. Forehead wrinkles can be a sign of smiling a lot. Can they? I thought that would be more like the lines around the eyes. Predators generally adapt their traits to better snap prey. Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That's great. Jeez.